Welcome back to Dreams of the Nameless, where the overbearing nationalistic government will protect the world from colored fabric in this dystopian moment.
Last week, the State Department rejected requests to fly the rainbow flag on embassy poles during Pride Month. The Pride flag is literally allowed everywhere else in, on, around the embassy, just not on the flagpole where the U.S. flag is. In the past, previous administrations have allowed the Pride flag and others to be flown beneath the U.S. flag pretty much by default without any questions or anything needed other than the blanket approval. Even more bizarrely, one of the embassies this time was the German embassy in Berlin, where Richard Grenell, the U.S. ambassador to Berlin, Germany rather, not to Berlin, is also the most senior openly gay person in Trump's administration. And he's leading this push to end the criminalization of LGBT rights worldwide.
Okay, pause. So,
yes.
What do you mean when you say he's opposing them making what illegal?
Basically, there's a lot of countries out there where it's illegal to even be gay.
No, I understand. I understand that. I guess maybe I'm just reading the sentence wrong and like arguing with you on semantics, but he's trying to end the criminalization of LGBT rights.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, to my understanding,
it just seems poorly worded, I guess.
It could be. To my understanding, he started a campaign supposedly with the approval of Trump and Pence to speak with other countries.
Well, but they're not making the rights themselves illegal. They're just criminalizing being LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So they're not criminalizing rights. They're criminalizing lives.
Ostensibly, though, even if they make it legal to be homosexual, like a lot of places are still going to have it be illegal for them to marry, for them to do other things.
Right, I gotcha.
So I guess I was trying to encapsulate the idea that, like, not only should they be allowed to be gay, but, like, they should be allowed to marry and have all the rights everyone else has.
Yes, of course.
And this is sort of this ambassador's pet campaign. And again, like, he supposedly had the approval of Trump and Pence when he began this campaign, but bizarrely, when he asks for permission to fly the LGBT flag or the Pride flag, whatever terminology there is correct, they denied his request to fly that at the embassy. So, very strange, I thought, given the fact that they also approved his campaign. So, make of that what you will. Vice President Mike Pence.
No, from now on it's Mike Prince.
Mike Prince? Yeah, and then when he's out of office, we can call him like the Vice President formerly known as Prince.
I don't know. I don't even know what Prince's politics are. I don't know if we want to use the poor man's name in reference to a Christian conservative ass like Pence.
Also, like, is he even still alive? No, he did? Okay, he did.
Well, I mean, I still care about the... He may have been like a staunch leftist, and so I don't know if we want to be calling a douche monster like Pence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's not conflate the two.
I don't want to conflate the two. It's just funny that that particular flub was funny, and so I may start calling him Vice President Mike Prunes.
Yeah, that's good.
Please continue.
So basically, he gave an interview with NBC News, and he sidestepped this question of whether or not he believed this was in conflict, this denial of the flags, with the administration's supposed support of LGBT rights and people. In the interview, he actually said, "I'm aware that the State Department indicated that on the flagpole of our American embassies that one flag should fly, and that's the American flag. I support that." Later, he then emphasized that he thought it was the right decision, with no irony intended. Now, it seems to me that I think he probably spoke exactly as he meant to, and that I think the right decision is probably correct, in that this is clearly a far-right, conservative, nationalistic, tribalistic, gross decision that was entirely unnecessary. It's literally just like this, ew, gross kind of reaction that they have where they don't want their flag being demeaned by some lesser flag, and it's just nationalistic and just gross. So I guess for me, my question is that is this a conflict? Is it in conflict with the administration's support in general? Is it a conflict with Trump in general? Like, where do you fall on that?
I mean, maybe this isn't in the article, but is this also an issue of they're fine with rhetoric about accepting LGBTQ culture and everything else in general at home, but the idea of flying a pride flag at our international embassies would imply a foreign policy that would not jive well with how deep Saudi Arabia's cock is in our throat?
And I thought maybe that
because it's so deep, right?
I didn't read anything there because that was my next topic I wanted to get into.
It's ironic that we would make a decision like this that's anti-gay while our president literally sucks off the king of Saudi Arabia.
So to my understanding, the policy currently is each individual embassy has to come to the State Department and ask for permission. And so if that were their stance, we're like, oh, we're afraid of creating some sort of controversy or conveying the wrong message at our embassies worldwide. Germany, of all places, I would think would be one they would just approve. Because, I mean, Germany, the country, as far as I know, is fairly accepting of gay rights and gay people, at least as much as we are, if not more. And the ambassador for the German embassy is openly gay and has a campaign to decriminalize gay people.
But I don't want to... Let's not buy into the, a black person can't be a white nationalist. We know that that's not true. People will betray groups that they either are a part of or claim to be a part of for monetary, social, institutional gains of all different kinds. So just because this guy says that he's gay or is gay is irrelevant to the fact that at this juncture, or is he crying out about this? Because it sounded to me like... Go ahead.
As far as I know, he hasn't really said much, if anything. But for me, I guess the idea I was pushing at is that if the Trump administration is using that as their excuse, you would think at least the German embassy would act as their token, the thing they could hold up and be like, no, we like gay people, see?
I don't think we're concerned with that.
Well, I mean, Trump is.
And I'm echoing on your end.
Oh, I can fix that real quick. I mean, I think Trump obviously is. Like, he's gone out of his way a couple of times to walk back anti-gay statements and to tweet out support of LGBT people during the month of Pride, so on.
No, I'm totally on board with we say words that are pro-LGBTQ, but in our official legislation, we're attacking those rights and the rights of women. And internationally, it sounds like we're also trying to not be pro-LGBTQ because all the stuff we're doing in the world right now that is evil is tied to our relationships with hyper-oppressive regimes that are massively anti-gay. And so I'm not saying for sure that these issues are connected 100%. I'm just pointing out that it's not a surprise to me that we wouldn't want to fly the gay pride flag in our international embassies while selling weapons to a hyper anti-gay regime that's committing a genocide. It makes sense to me that they would do this move. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly consistent with the Trump administration.
So is there anything else you want to throw on the end of this? Because it's going long.
Well, I guess I was just going to say that, I mean, it seems, if it's not for the reasons that, we've mentioned, it's awfully arbitrary, given that previous administrations haven't cared and that even this administration is still allowing the display of pride flags and such in and on the embassy. Like, they can literally have the flag on the outside of the building in full view where the U.S. flag also is. It just can't share the same flagpole. And so it seems pretty arbitrary overall. And I don't know, it's just strange.
So you feel like it is more of an issue of your gay pride flag isn't important enough to be right up next to my Murica flag. You think it's this type of a sentiment. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm the bigger cynic in this case then.
If it was just about, politics and worldview and so on, like, wouldn't they also say, hey, let's not have non-United States affiliated symbology and so on present.
Symbology is not a word.
Symbolism, rather, you know.
Little Boondock Saints there for you.
Yeah.
The symbolism. A gay actor.
What's the symbology here?
That guy's gay, right? Or is he just gay in the movie?
He's just gay in the movie.
Oh, well.
I guess he could be gay in real life. I don't know. I don't follow him that closely. But as far as I know, that was just for the role.
I thought we Googled it a long time ago, and we were like, oh, he's also gay in real life. How cool.
Don't know.
Either way, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I just think it's a bizarre and arbitrary move that I feel it comes down to ew, gross, because I don't think they would do this if the embassy was saying, hey, can I fly the Christian flag?
For sure.
Can I fly the don't tread on me flag?
Yeah. So let us know in the comments section below, is this a meaningless news story, or will the American flag actually get nasty gay cootie AIDS from having the pride flag too close to it? Subscribe while you're down.